Caribbean and Bahamas Weather News Bulletin. Good day to all our viewers tuning in to the Caribbean and Bahamas weather news on our channel. It is a pleasure to be with you again in this familiar Thursday time slot. At present, the region is still facing lingering impacts from Hurricane EMLDDA. While the Atlantic map has lit up with two new areas of concern that may develop into tropical cyclones in the coming days. On top of that, extreme heat, widespread thunderstorms, and dangerous seas continue across many islands. All of these developments will be covered in today's broadcast to give you a full picture, helping you plan daily activities and prepare for potential hazards. Tornado EMLDDA over Bermuda, transition to post-tropical. We begin with what has just happened in Bermuda over the last 24 hours. Overnight and early this morning, residents endured tense hours as Hurricane EMLDDA, still a strong tropical system at that time, moved directly across the island. Weather stations recorded remarkable figures: wind gusts over 150 kilometers per hour, 93 miles per hour. While coastal areas were battered by waves flooding streets and damaging some infrastructure. Heavy squalls swept in repeatedly, forcing residents to remain indoors throughout the night. By morning, the U.S. National Hurricane Center, NHC, issued its final advisory on EMLDDA. The system lost its tropical characteristics after interacting with a strong frontal system in the North Atlantic. From a warm core hurricane, EMLDDA quickly transitioned to a post-tropical cyclone. That does not mean the danger ended instantly. Winds of 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, 40 plus mph, persisted across the island and seas remained rough. Still, conditions have gradually improved, and Bermuda should dry out over the next 24 hours. Locals reported significant damage, roofs blown off, downed trees, and scattered power outages. For Bermuda, which does not take a direct hit every year, this storm was a sharp reminder that the 2025 hurricane season is far from over. Cyclone 2 New Atlantic Development Areas. Even as EMLDDA departs, the NHC map shows two new zones of interest. Area 1. Stretching from the northwest Bahamas across the Florida Peninsula into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. The NHC gives this area a 10% chance of development over 7 days. While the odds for tropical cyclone formation are low, the system could still act like a rain machine. A weak, slow-moving trough means repeated rainfall over the same areas. This is most concerning for the northwest Bahamas, Abaco, Grand Bahama, Bimini, and even New Providence, already soaked by Storm Alda last week. Forecast totals: 125 to 250 millimeters, 5 to 10 inches, of additional rain over the next week. Along Florida's east coast, steady easterly winds 40 to 50 kilometers per hour, 25 to 30 miles per hour, have been observed today. With 2 to 3 meters, 6 to 10 feet, seas causing beach erosion and hazardous boating. This onshore flow will persist for several more days. Area 2. Located off West Africa in the main development region, MDR. A new tropical wave has emerged. Heading westward, the NHC currently assigns a 20% chance of development in 7 days. But most models, GFS, ECMWF, ICON, hint at further strengthening as it crosses the central Atlantic. If that scenario holds, the eastern Caribbean, especially the Lesser Antilles, may face a new tropical cyclone by mid-next week. Track and intensity remain highly uncertain, but multi-model agreement warrants close attention. Thermometer extreme heat and local thunderstorms. Meanwhile, day-to-day weather remains harsh. Heat. Many islands in the Lesser Antilles, the Cayman Islands, and even Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula have registered heat indices of 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 to 43 degrees Celsius. Combined with tropical humidity, conditions feel sweltering and dangerous. Health agencies advise staying indoors at midday, drinking plenty of fluids, and monitoring the elderly and children. Thunderstorms. Cuba. Central and eastern provinces faced afternoon storms with heavy local downpours, raising urban flooding risk. Jamaica. Western parishes like St. Elizabeth, Hanover, and Westmoreland saw strong storms with lightning disrupting travel. Hispaniola. Heavy rain along mountain ranges produced flash flood and landslide concerns in both Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands. Smaller, brief but intense showers affected interior regions. Lesser Antilles. Mostly dry, with isolated showers in Barbados, Dominica, and Martinique. ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, Curaçao, predominantly sunny, just a few light morning showers. Central America. Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama saw widespread heavy rainfall, totals reaching 100 to 200 millimeters in several days, raising flood and landslide risk. Wave rough seas, high maritime risk. Large swells from hurricanes Umberto and EMLDDA continue to radiate across the Atlantic basin. Northern shores of Cuba, Hispaniola, and Puerto Rico remain under pounding surf, complicating shipping and coastal fishing. Small craft advisories are in effect, and popular beaches have raised red flags to prevent accidents. Bar graph 7-day outlook. Bahamas and Florida East Coast. Rain will persist. 125 to 250 millimeters, 5 to 10 in, possible. With 40 to 50 kilometers per hour onshore winds adding coastal erosion risk. Eastern Caribbean, Lesser Antilles. Watch for potential tropical cyclone approach mid-week. Western Caribbean and Central America. Continued widespread storms. Flooding and landslide risks in Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. ABC Islands. Mostly dry. Occasional brief showers. Bermuda. Post-storm clearing. Calmer seas. Favorable for recovery efforts. Mike closing message. As we can see, even though EMLDDA has ended its life as a tropical cyclone, the Atlantic remains very active. 2 new areas could complicate weather in the coming week. For the Bahamas and Florida, the main threat is prolonged heavy rain and flooding. For the Eastern Caribbean, the concern is a possible new storm emerging mid-week. And in Central America, relentless rains heighten disaster risks. We urge everyone to stay alert, follow official weather guidance, and prepare accordingly. Coastal communities should avoid venturing out in small boats, while residents in flood-prone zones need evacuation plans ready. That concludes today's Caribbean and Bahamas weather news. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the latest reports. Leave your comments below about local weather conditions or questions you'd like us to answer in future bulletins. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.